Welcome to the Not Nerd Podcast. I'm Nate Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor from Parts Unknown.
Yes, I am very far away near Yelm, Washington, which I've done this one before.
Yeah,
Um,
not with
several,
live video, though.
that's true, not live. We've done pre-recorded, and hopefully this is making it to you, our listener, maybe plural, at home, if both our moms are
Yes.
watching. Uh, if it is, I hope the video quality is good because we've
Yeah.
got Starlink for internet. I've got
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, no network cables in sight, so it could be quite the challenge to listen to this episode. But enough about me, Nate. What about
Yeah.
you?
Hey, YouTube says the stream is healthy. So, yeah,
Excellent.
2 weeks ago, we had all the issues. Last week, we recorded a night early because I was leaving town. Then you left town before I got back to town today. So you're
Mm-hmm.
recording remotely. So you created a whole new streaming setup because
A
that's
backup.
what you do, a completely new system of how we
Mm-hmm.
do things every week. But
We're
uh,
using the old one though, just to give you a little bit of peace.
yes, and Dr. RIP VHS says looks and sounds good. So maybe you need to
Thanks.
drive up there every week
Maybe I
to
need to get
make things
Starlink.
easier. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Skip that gig fiber stuff at home.
Let's get the old 100
Oh,
megabit.
yes. And for those of you watching on video, I will apologize. My mustache is still on vacation mode. We were over in central Oregon in the hot weather. Just kind of made it droop a little bit. So it's very embarrassing. I almost completely redid it before the show, but you'll just have to live with it. But
Yes, go on.
I I do oh, Dave's stepping off for just a second here. He's muting himself, but I am here and I will wait for him to get back. While he's talking to somebody else that just walked in the room, I will remind people this is episode 399. So next Monday, the 7th of August, will be our 400th episode, which we're calling the Quadcentacast. I think, unless somebody comes up with a better name than Quadcentacast for the 400th episode. But get your videos in, whatever you want to do, song and dance. Um, Todd, I want to see your science outfit on. Mike Peterson, I want you to see you in full Wolfcat gear.
Mm-hmm.
Get creative if you've got a pick, if you just want to say hi, but we want to get as many of our listeners as possible on video, horizontal, not
Not
vertical,
vertical. If you're
for
vertical, I'll
Dave
crop
Sin.
you.
Yeah, he'll
I'll crop you and you'll just be like
crop
your
you
nostril.
however he wants to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next week we've got a special episode planned. And by planned, I mean I've got some ideas, and I think maybe I told Dave about a couple of them, but it will be a fun episode. So Monday, August 7th, 2023, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time? Pacific Time,
Hmm.
whatever it is right now.
I'm not sure.
But hope you can join us. Hope you can send in a video to be part of that. We're not quite ready to start adding everybody's live videos in there. So pre-recorded videos from you live with us. Oh, and Skippy has joined us. Yo, 400,
Oh
congrats. Yeah,
yeah.
hopefully
Thanks,
you
Skip.
can make it back again next week for that one, because it will be a little bit different than our thing. Oh, I will say, vacation. So we were over in beautiful Sun River, Oregon, and I picked up a new hat. Dave, what does my hat say?
J-bag. I have no idea.
It's
T-bag.
actually V bag,
Oh, V-bag.
which I had to buy this hat, which you might not guess. I bought this in the Village at the
Oh.
Village Bar and Grill, which for all their marketing, they went with
Ah.
V bag, which I'm going to
Wow.
leave it at that. We are a family friendly show.
Wow. I would not
But
have chosen
brand new
that.
hat, fresh off the presses today. Even left the sticker on
Wow, you're gonna
just
that's
for
more
this week's
valuable.
hat. Yes. Okay, let us get into the normal stuff. It's time for some follow up.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Dave, maybe next week's show, we should sing the whole thing. I know that's kind of your realm with your
Wow.
theater
Like
experience,
sing
but
the entire show?
yeah, let's just do it.
Hmm.
So maybe we'll put that on the list of things that might happen.
Let's put a
Uh,
pin in it.
Put a pin in it, but you know what there was not put a pin in? Elon Musk
Hmm.
switching Twitter. It is now X. the X app. It's got the new logo. If you've updated, it's just says X, which apparently the App Store has a rule that your app name has to be 2 letters or longer. But
Hmm.
it's Elon Musk. He's got some pull.
I think it still says
Um,
Twitter in the App Store, but maybe they've changed
Y-
that.
Yeah, I think maybe I saw something today that they finally changed that, which everybody's like, this hasn't changed yet, or this is still acting weird. It's like, yeah, it takes time for stuff to move over. But they put a big X logo on top of their building with flashing lights that apparently people were upset about, and maybe the city's making them take it
Well,
back
it's
down.
blinding the building next to it.
Yes,
Like, come
well,
on.
yeah, that's minor details. But yeah, Twitter, I did see something this week. I think it was Elon Musk that said this week they had their highest like daily active users. It wasn't his magical user seconds or whatever, but it's still a thing.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't want it to still be a thing, but a lot of marketing people don't think X was necessarily the best rebrand, but when you're one of the top 2 richest people in the world, you can kind of do things the way you want to, and if it doesn't work out, great. Hey,
Yeah.
he still owns Twitter, but
And
yeah,
I'm not going to remind people that we're not into politics, but I'm going to remind you that we should probably very quickly get through all of these myriad of links. You said you were going to make the show
I know. Yeah, and
short.
that I just love talking about Elon and X.
Yeah,
Okay, so the next one I just happened to see today, an Oregon driver was saved by the iPhone crash detection. So I
very
could have put
nice.
that in the probably the just the headline segment coming up soon, but
But they added that last operating system, or with the watch OS,
yes,
yeah,
yeah, the watch and the phone with the SOS and all that stuff. So very
yeah.
cool that that worked out, and it happened to be in Oregon. I did notice a couple times that my phone did go to SOS mode, which
Mm-hmm.
means it
Yeah,
was not getting or the GPS, whatever it is. I can't keep it all straight, but I was
right.
temporarily completely off the grid. And then I quickly turned around and got back
Yeah,
to Signal so I could get back on the X app and see who was tweeting or posting what. I think it was,
yeah.
yeah,
And I have a question about this next one. Has Mark Zuckerberg turned Japanese? Because the
yes,
headline is Facebook bowed to White House. What does this mean?
yes, yes. Well, I will remind people we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet. I don't know if you have that sounder set up, but
Oh, I do. Sorry. I was thinking
there
about
we
putting
go.
it in post, but
Especially since we're talking about the White House. But there was
yeah.
some news this week that internal Meta emails say pressure from Washington was behind a decision to take down posts attributing pandemic to man-made virus.
Mm,
So that we had kind of mentioned this before that there was some talk about the White House and the government telling social media what they should and shouldn't be allowing on their platform, which
yeah.
I believe is kind of conflicts with the First Amendment,
Yeah, it totally does.
but yeah, so there's more coming out on that. But since we're keeping it short for Dave before more people interrupt him, it has been a long time since we've had a new Plus service.
Yeah,
We've
I
got
know.
whether it was Apple Plus, Hulu
Disney
Plus,
Plus
Disney Plus, Daily Wire Plus.
and
Um,
HBO is now Max, but
yeah,
Plus,
Plus,
Max.
Plus, Plus. Let's
No,
just start one called Plus Plus. But the newest, the latest and greatest, Dave, you've got to be excited about this.
I didn't know about
NASA
this.
Plus.
Yeah, this is amazing. But guess what? I'm not going to pay money to a government agency
Yeah.
to sell me television. They're going to give it to me for free. I already am paying you with taxes.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what does
The
it
NASA
cost?
Plus will feature not just live broadcasts, but also collections of original uh, video series. So they're actually producing content
Hmm.
as well. And I'm not seeing anything about the price. So
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that they are able, with our many, many tax dollars, to keep NASA Plus free. But
Hmm.
there'd be some interest, and to have one spot to go watch launches and that kind of thing
Well, they
would be a
already have
nice little
NASA
reason.
TV. I'm going to be interested to read this article, which I have not, to see what the
Yes,
difference is.
yes, they're expanding
Yeah.
content. The streaming service will be available through the agency's iOS and Android apps on mobile devices. You'll also be able to access it on desktop and mobile browsers, as well as stream shows on demand through media players all the media players. But yeah, no mention of price. So they're going
Hmm.
from the NASA video to the NASA Plus, and we can cross our fingers that we won't have another subscription to pay.
Hmm. I hope so.
And you know what else we can cross our fingers for? Dave's Pro Tip of the Week.
I'm crossing my fingers that this works. So I can't show you because it's an iOS pro tip, and I'm using my beautiful iPhone 13 Pro Max to film this very face. But I
Yes.
wrote down in the notes what to do. So this week has to deal with Twitter and iPhone, or I'm sorry, Twitter X and all that garbage. I didn't want to update Twitter just yet, so I went in and turned off
Yeah.
my auto updates, and I wanted to remind people how to do that. But guess what? It updated anyway. So
Oh,
there you're finally in focus. So you want to go into your settings, and when you're in your settings, there's an App Store section, as Nate so generously is showing us on his phone. And inside of there's a section titled Automatic Downloads. And in there, you can select to turn on and
ah,
off automatic downloads. You can turn on and off if you download it on one device, it'll automatically download it on the other one. And what was the third one there? In-app
app
content?
update, in-app content to
Yeah,
auto download.
yeah. So I would leave the in-app content turned on. But yeah, those sneaky guys over at Twitter, I turned on my phone and it was updated, even though I turned off automatic updates. So something, my phone got reset or something, and I don't know. But that's how you do it. Now,
Yeah.
you, this is the antithesis. Imagine a friend or family member. This would not be you, dear listeners, but who you pick up their phone to update something and it says 347 apps to update. There's somebody in around my age range in my family and my
Yeah.
household that you go in through the updates and it's
Thank
like,
you for your
yeah,
anonymity.
yeah,
Anonymity.
I don't want to give it away. But she, or it could be a he, I
Yeah.
guess,
They.
this person constantly has dozens of updates. And it's like, well, it's working just fine. It's like, no, when your app is crashing and not working and you complain about it, it's typically because you probably need to update it. But anyway, I digress. So either way, whether you're the person who doesn't update and wants it to be automatic, or you want all these updates to slow their roll so you can decide when to update
Yes.
something, you can toggle it back off. And Nate, you look a little out of focus. Are you doing okay
Yeah, I
there?
think my once I put my phone down,
Okay, there you
there
go.
we go. Now the little meter was showing that my face was in focus, but it keeps trying to grab that lamp back there and
Oh,
focus
it
on
thinks
that
it's a
instead.
person or something. Okay. Well,
Yes.
so that's quick and dirty, but that's my tip of the week.
Nice. Yes, I used to leave the automatic off so I could go in every couple days and see what was updated and read the notes, and then I turned on the automatic. But I will give a bonus pro tip that even if you have the automatic ones, sometimes there's some apps that just never update. So
Hmm.
you might just, take your phone, go in there, pull down on it, see if there's some updates and just hit the update all on there. But I did see there was some people trying to sell iPhones on eBay that still had the old Twitter
Of
app on
course.
it for
I was going to be one of them.
$2,000. Yes.
But I was
Oh,
foiled
you
by auto
missed out.
updates. Yeah.
Yes.
That
Well,
was, yeah.
it is time for everybody's favorite segment, just the headlines. ChatGPT for Android is now available. OpenAI quietly shuts down its AI detection tool.
Okay.
Spotify officially hikes prices of premium plans.
Hmm.
Samsung sees 95% drop in profits for a second consecutive quarter.
Ouch.
Neopets virtual pet website plans $4 million
Are you
comeback.
sure that's million? But go on.
Prosecutors drop another charge against FTX co founder Sam Bankman Fried.
Thank you for moving past my glutteral utterances.
Yes, yes, indeed. Well, let us move on to our takes of the week. And being on vacation, and I know you've been busy as well, but Samsung Galaxy Unpacked 2023 happened in South Korea this last week, and they released their new foldable phones. Did you happen to see, and some other stuff as well, did you happen to see any of the information? Because I know you follow Samsung
Oh, I
very
do.
closely.
On the YouTubes, I happened upon a couple videos of people reviewing the foldable Samsung phone. I'm like, oh, this is like all the other ones. And Google just did theirs a few months ago. And until Apple does it, I'm really not that interested. But other than the
Yeah.
foldable phone, I didn't see any other product in the news that
Yeah, so they
like
had
anything.
the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5. So they have a
Mm,
foldable phone, which is the hot dog way, and then the flip phone, which is the hamburger way, where the hinge lies. I
it's
actually met
yeah.
a family friend was in town, and he does a lot of tech stuff. He has the Fold,
Mm,
and he says he really likes it, and I checked it out a little bit. The screen looks great. He said he's had it for about a year, so I'm guessing it's the Fold 4
mm,
from last year. But he likes the form factor. It fits well in his pocket, and but he did say, small caveat, he does almost everything on his iPad, like when he's sitting around home and everything. So on the
right.
go, having the Fold phone is working out for him. They have the Galaxy Watch 6 series,
Mm,
which I don't know anybody that has one of those. The Galaxy Tab S9 series tablet, which again, we still have not heard from a single listener that uses Android currently. So if there are any Samsung users out there, and if you have any feelings, that would be a great video to make for episode 400.
true. Tell us how you think it's the best in the world.
Yes, yes, indeed. So that was the Samsung Unpacked event, and we will move on. So our next one, the and I think we talked about this at some point. They've tried so many different things, but Amazon's palm scanning payment system is coming to all Whole Food stores by the
Hmm.
end of the year. So they had it for their special, like walk in and just grab everything and walk out stores, kind of their test stores. But they're going to roll it out to all Whole Foods where you just wave your palm or hold your palm over the sensor and it's completely secure and they
Mm-hmm.
don't store your fingerprints and all
And they
that
don't give them
stuff.
to the government agencies of multiple
Yes.
countries around the world. So if you're looking for an extended discussion on this, check out this last week's episode of the Mark and Todd cast, where I think
Oh,
Todd had a diatribe on the technology. If I
nice.
could be
Yes, I am.
mistaken because when doesn't he have a diatribe on
Well,
technology? You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, indeed. I am
Sorry, Todd. I
sadly
know you're
behind on
listening.
my podcasts, going out into nature and swimming in pools and stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah, tell me about it. But yeah, so to date, Amazon One has reached more than 3 million uses, Amazon says, which presumably means transactions,
Hmm.
because what else would you use it for? But again, all the tap to pay and all that stuff has gotten so much easier. I don't know that I don't go to Whole Foods often. I don't know that I need to set up another way to pay for things that's a
Hmm.
little bit different than everything else.
Nope. I think
Nope.
I'm done. Apple Pay or nothing.
Yes, yes. This next one was it's actually a study from the Lancet.
What's that,
Uh,
Nate? I can't hear you. What's that?
the Lancet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, Dave, maybe this story will benefit you. I meant to talk to you about doing that beforehand, but thank you for picking up. But it's an interesting study looking at that hearing aids can cut cognitive decline by up to half,
Hmm.
which it makes sense. If you can't hear anything or have a hard time hearing things, the extra processing your brain's having to do and the wear and tear on your brain. And with parents that are getting older, my mom actually, hope she doesn't mind me saying this, she got hearing aids,
Hmm.
and my dad's looking at it. But, you
My
know,
mom's had them for years. So,
yeah, and it's become so much more socially acceptable now to have them. They've gotten so much better, smaller, cheaper. I mean, I remember my grandpa who was 99. He had the ones that whined, and he'd always
Yeah.
turn it up too high or have it down too low. But
Yeah.
um, I did see another article with a guy that was using his AirPods. They have the
Mm-hmm.
feature for the hearing aids, and he said it made an incredible difference just even using his AirPods Pro and his phone in conjunction with that to be able to hear. And I really like my hearing, and I have very little cognitive ability already, but a very interesting study, and I hope that it continues to promote this, especially with, I think now hearing aids, like, are they're doing over the counter hearing aids now? There's been some changes
Mm-hmm.
in how all that works, so it's not just like one manufacturer that, costs $15,000 to get a pair of hearing aids that don't work well. So,
So, Nate, are you going to start the article yet? What was that? I think you were going to start talking about the article.
oh,
I
speaking of
tease.
cognitive decline,
I'm teasing.
yes, and Dave, you'll probably want to turn down your hearing aids for this next one, a little security and privacy story.
Oh, yes.
Congressional report finds Meta and prep companies recklessly shared taxpayers' data.
Why does this not surprise anybody?
Uh,
I mean,
yes.
your data is it's bought and sold all the time. So
Yeah.
get used to it.
Yes. Meta and major tax preparation companies inappropriately shared millions of taxpayers' financial data for years.
Shocked
Yeah,
face.
feign shock, please. According to a congressional report released today that was spurred by a markup article, this article comes from the markup org, and it sounds like they kind of broke some of this stuff to
Mm-hmm.
get them looking in. But yes, H&R Block, Tax Act, and Tax Slayer were transmitting data to Facebook's parent company Meta through a tool called the Meta Pixel, which most sites use a metapixel. It's used for advertising and stuff. But when you've got
Invented by
tax
Google Pixel.
information and
Yeah. The Google Pixel was first to the party on that one.
yes, yes, indeed. Well, let us cleanse our palate after that with our bonus odd take. And this one comes through oft cited kotkey.org. But Dave, I don't know where your piano playing skills lie.
I am an a not I'm an intermediate not novice intermediate's kind of where I am. Yeah. Sorry that took so long, but I can play a little.
Yes, and quickly, Dr. RIP VHS, referring to his Mark and Toddcast thing, he said, LOL, I have that deformed Dutch hand disease thing, so palm readers trigger me. So that's that's the problem there. But back to our bonus odd take. My piano abilities, I can play one finger jingle bells. That's all. I can read music and stuff, but that's all I ever taught myself. But this video is Barbie Girl, the song Barbie Girl, which the
Mm-hmm.
movie just came out, in the style of six classical composers. And I started this video, I saw the link, and I just started checking it out. It is mesmerizing to see this one guy
Yeah, I saw
go
this one.
through and play all the different versions. And you can even hear he does Mozart, Beethoven, Schumann, Schubert, Chopin, and Chopin,
Chopin.
Chopin and Ravel. But he plays all this, and I will not give away the spoiler alert, but watch till the very end of the video because there's something very cool that he did that you will not realize until he tells you at the end of the video. But his piano playing skills are stupendous, and I was blown away by this. And he's playing Barbie Girl, so that kind of brings in a
Mm-hmm.
fun aspect to it. But a very cool video done by Eric Mitkit. Oh no, Joseph Castañer Alonso is the piano player. It
And I don't
looks
want to
like.
spoil it, but he's on the toilet the whole time. You just
Yes,
no,
yes.
just kidding.
That
And
is that is not it. But you know what is it? Our picks of the
I
week.
was going to try to get the holistic, or I'm sorry, the bonus odd take sounder in there, but we'll save it for next time.
Yes.
So my pick of the week quickly. I'm at this. camp for middle school students, and I'm the videographer this year, among many other things.
Yes.
Hence the knock on the door when we were trying to do the show when everybody's supposed to be listening to the speaker. Um, I picked up a camera I've been wanting for a while, and I just decided to bite the bullet. And of course, I'm still within the return window if my wife gets on me too much about it.
Yes.
But I purchased the Insta360
Ooh.
X3
Oh, Dave.
camera.
I am
Nate,
intrigued. I have
Nate is
almost pulled the trigger
envious.
on that one.
So the way these cameras work is they've got a lens on either side, and it in effect takes a sphere video, and there's other features too, but that's the primary feature. A sphere of image all around you, and then later, as the video is progressing, you can turn the camera, you can zoom in, you can freeze time, whatever you want to do slow motion all along the little timeline. And it works like a video editor. It's like I want to be looking at Nate's face, and I scroll forward a few frames, and then I turn the camera, the virtual camera, and then I add a keyframe that's on my face. And as you play it back, it'll pan from Nate to me. If you're a skateboarder and you're with a bunch of other
Oh,
skateboarding
yeah.
friends and you're grinding on the rail, you want it to look at that, right? But when you jump off, maybe your buddy behind you is coming behind you and you want to flip the camera around to see him. There's just a limitless number of ways to use this
Yeah.
product. And so I just got it before I came to this camp. And so I'm still actually learning how to switch the modes. I keep
Okay.
having to go to my phone to switch the mode because I don't know how to do it on the camera, but I
On the
figured it
camera.
out today. So,
Nice.
so that's it, the Insta360
No,
X3.
that is very cool. I know that a friend of the show, Wes, he had one of the early models and has done some very cool video. And then my cousin really got into like freestyle skateboarding,
Mm,
exactly like you're talking about, and he would just set one up, and then he could just skateboard all around and then cut it down, and it
yep.
would be like somebody was following him. So
Yeah, it's really
uh,
cool. They put it on a
I'm
little
very excited
tripod.
to hear. So we will
Yeah,
need to get together and do. Maybe we'll do episode 460,
that'd
which
be
would be
cool.
virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my pick of the week this week is a very simple one. I was looking through for apps that I've got recently, and we have a long time tradition in our family for Christmas that the brothers we get each other scratch off lottery tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for one of my brother's birthdays back in April, I bought him a stack of, and we always try to get like the biggest one, like the bingo or the crossword, where you just have to scratch forever to see if you won, not the simple pull tab ones.
Yeah.
Um, but then for my birthday, he returned the favor with an even bigger stack of those. So over a couple nights, I scratched through them all, but I noticed on the lottery ticket, there is an app called Oregon Lottery. Oh, it went into the app. It didn't show you the little splash screen.
Mm,
But this app, you can't buy lottery tickets on there, but there are a couple fun things you can do. You can check to see if your ticket's a winner, but they also have second chance prizes.
mm-hmm.
So if your ticket loses, they put you in a drawing to win some other prize. You can do that all through the app. So I literally was in probably 20 different stores or places that had lottery machines where I could have turned in my winning ones and they still sat in the car forever. I
Mm,
found some other ones under the chair in my car that had expired, like they weren't any good, but it's a simple little app, Oregon Lottery. You can go in there if you have some scratch-its, which are fun. Now, if you have a gambling problem, there are numbers on your lottery tickets to call and get that taken care of. But as a fun birthday gift or whatever, and then you can just check it on your phone because some of those bingo ones, it's like I think I checked it all, but oh nope, not a winner.
mm,
As with most of them,
yeah.
the odds vary
May the
on.
odds ever be in your favor, but they
Yes.
never are with a lottery.
Yeah, so if you're into scratch it tickets, check out the Oregon Lottery app.
Very
Nice
fun.
little local pick of the week there for us. Well, with that, I will remind people if you want to check out our picks, previous picks, all that stuff, go to notpicks.com. You can get there through notnerd.com as well. If you're shopping on Amazon, click there first for our Amazon affiliate
Mm-hmm.
link to get that stuff. And next week, episode 400, the what, what were, the Quad Centacast.
It's the penultimate. No, today is the penultimate
Yes, it's the
episode.
Pen Quad Ultimate.
Yes.
episode before our quad centicast. So hopefully you can join us live for that one. Send in a video this week to us. We're going to get all those into the show and do some fun things. So we're looking forward to that. And for now, get out there and tech better.
Thanks for listening, everybody.